5 things I do to live simply after divorce. So many of us can relate to being married and raising kids and running around and managing the whole entire household, maybe working on top of all of it. And suddenly after divorce, you get to ask this question that you've probably never asked yourself before. And that is, what do I actually want my life to look like? What do I want my days to feel like? What pace am I happy at? And my answer is simple. My answer is one of peace. Everything must revolve around peace. Because once you've had peace to this extent, like so many divorced women do, oh gosh, you're never giving that up again. The first thing I do is that I live small. I live very small on purpose. I have a very small home that I can manage with no effort. I was not looking for something that I was going to be a slave to. I wanted a home that was going to give me as much freedom and as much peace as possible. There is no amount of money that would make me buy a large home that I have to manage. After years managing a household and running around and doing all the things all the days, I want a place that I open up the door and think, this is so nice. This is so simple. This is so easy. This is a place where I can rest. My home requires nothing of me, nothing other than the bare minimum. And that means when I walk in the door and I am here, everything is good. Everything is calm. There is no stress brought into my life because of my home. Living minimally has simplified my life and exponentially grown my peace and my joy, my happiness, and my purpose. A lot of people pity the downsize. Let them. I do not envy anyone that has however many square feet plus a garage packed full of crap and a storage unit. To me, in my eyes, you're an absolute slave to materialism and you have no peace. The second thing I do to live simply is around finances. The very simple financial plan is save more than I spend. That's really it. It's not that complicated. I pay for everything in cash. I carry no debt. I do not live above my means. I do not spend money on frivolous things. And that has afforded me a luxury that can't be put into words, which is independence. I'm able to take 6 months off from my job to pursue a passion and a business and still sleep at night. Money fears keep women stuck, and money is one of the biggest concerns. That was my biggest worry after divorce was how am I going to swing it financially? Well, living simply financially is exactly how I do it. The third thing I've simplified is all of my relationships. I don't have any exhausting relationships anymore. All of my relationships are simple. All of my friendships are easy and healthy and mutual and respectful and an absolute pleasure. There is no space for exhausting people. And if one should surface, they're immediately and respectfully eliminated. I have this coworker who really wanted to be friends, really wants to hang out, was asking me all the time. And she showed me her drama and her competition, and it's over. I mean, I'm not tolerating it at all whatsoever, because when you have all of that negative energy and you're not living a simple life, you're not living a peaceful life. I don't apologize for it. I'm not mean about it. But if we're not on the same page and we don't have this easy, effortless, mutually respectful and beneficial friendship, then I will cut you out. I won't announce it. It'll be done quietly and respectfully, but there is no way. If I'm not letting a man steal my energy and suck from me all of my resources, why on earth would I let a friend? You see, a good woman, she absorbs everyone's difficulty and she feels like she has to tolerate it and she has to make excuses for it and she has to have patience for it and she has to entertain it. Where a whole healed woman, she doesn't play that game. The fourth thing I do to live simply is that I take care of my health, and that really just means rest. I sleep when I'm tired. I know that's absolutely groundbreaking. But for a lot of women who are married, you never sit down. You feel guilty about sitting down. You feel guilty about not being productive at every moment of the day. It's ridiculous. If I'm tired, I sleep. I take a nap. I don't apologize for it. I don't feel guilty for downtime. Downtime is a necessary healthy part of life. It actually contributes to your brain function and your overall well-being and enjoyment, what you can put out to the world, how you benefit those around you. Resting is part of a healthy life. Taking care of your health is part of a healthy and simple life. And these things should never be apologized for. And the fifth thing I do to live simply is that I choose the day. Every day I wake up and I'm like, yes, today's the day. I spend my time investing in things and people and resources and activities and books and opportunities that I feel like have a positive return on investment that help me become a better person so that I can give better to the world. My days are no longer assigned. I get to choose. I get to curate. I get to craft. And it's amazing. I no longer volunteer for 10 organizations running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Everything I do is intentional, and everything I do creates a very simple, easy, comfortable, and very peaceful life. And one of the biggest ways that you can do this is to learn how to say no. Say no with confidence. Say no without apology. Say it, mean it, don't take it back. Every confident no that you say creates white space on your calendar, and white space is where life happens. Every day I hold the pen. Some days are ambitious. Some days are a walk and a talk with a friend. Both count. Both chosen. The main thing in living a simple life is to stop running an enterprise and start living a life, because our energy is finite. Rushing around, being exhausted, being stressed, worrying about this, struggling to pay for that, that's not mandatory. That's all optional. And rebuilding after divorce, it brings you to a very small place. Let it. Small is not a tragedy. It is a giant exhale, and it is so empowering.